Yo, what's up? It's Vsauce Ralph C Book Reviews back over here, and today we're gonna be talking about some media. So, yeah, I love the media, and I want to talk about them. So, there are some medias that I've recently experienced that have been of note. Of note, you know what the frick I'm trying to say? Okay, so first up, they have like meaning to me, so I don't know. That probably doesn't mean anything to anyone, but alright, let's start off with the first entry here. Vida Blue by Mama Leak. So this is music form of media, and it's a band called Mama Leak, and this is their album. Their I don't know what album is the first album I've ever heard of them, and let me just tell you, I'm definitely a fan after this one. Um, it was made after the death of their members, and you can really feel the sorrow in these songs, especially on the track Valna Slim. Like, it's probably one of the most depressing songs I've ever heard. It's just like it doesn't even do that much, but it just sounds sad. And yeah, you can really feel like the impact and emotional kind of like resonance that went into this work. And musically, well, it is very freaking weird. It is very weird. It's very daring. It doesn't, it isn't afraid of doing what it needs to do to make you weirded out, but at the same time it has a lot of flavor to it. There's a lot of it just gives off a really unique listening experience. So yeah, check this one out if you want. I'm giving this a good out of 10. Okay, next up we have Mickey 17 by Bong Joon-ho. Um, yeah, Mickey 17, man. A lot of people are shitting on this movie for being very, how should I say this? For being very inconsistent. And I kind of agree to the most part, but I actually think this movie is a very good movie. I think it's a very good movie because it's very Bong Joon-ho. I've only watched like three Bong Joon-ho movies, and I'm somehow acting like an expert on his stuff. But yeah, I've watched Snowpiercer, I've watched Parasite, and Mickey 17 is my third Bong Joon-ho movie. But from what I've seen, yeah, it's very the concepts and the way the story unfolds in this very grand manner is very Bong Joon-ho in my opinion. And yeah, it's just everything that he does good in those previous movies I mentioned, like Snowpiercer and Parasite. He like does even he does it good here too, man. But there are just so many flaws in this movie that I'm like kind of like, damn, bro. Like you could have cleaned this up a bit, man. Like literally, there are so many things to nitpick that is literally not even a nitpick anymore. Like, for example, like, why the freak is Mickey 18 like that, bro? Okay, anyways, I don't want to spoil too much, so yeah. All I'll say is it wraps up pretty predictably, but it is definitely a lot of potential that was um how should I say this? It had a lot of potential to do a lot more crazy stuff, but for what we got, it was pretty good. So yeah, I'm gonna give this a good out of 10. Okay, next up we have Craven the Hunter. Craven the Hunter is a movie And to be completely honest with you, the only reason I watched this movie is because I couldn't fall asleep. One day I was just like awake. I don't know if I like drank coffee or whatever late at night or whatever, but yeah, I just had nothing to do, so I was like, let's watch Craven the Hunter. And I gotta say, it wasn't that bad. You know, I'm gonna get a lot of heat from one person watching this, that is me. But yeah, I didn't think it was that bad because yeah, it was just like freaking Craven the Hunter, man. It was just like, I mean, it was bad. It was bad, but it's the type of movie that it's like it's good with popcorn, you know. You know, it's just so mindless that it's just like you eat the popcorn and you can savor it more because you're paying more attention to the popcorn than the thing and than the actual movie, and the movie itself is just entertaining slop. So yeah, I can see how many people would not find this entertaining and will find this very boring because it's a very archetypal type of superhero movie. But hey, I mean, maybe it was cause like my freaking expectations were freaking low as hell. But I actually enjoyed it. The fight scenes were good. I will admit the talking scenes not that good, and the mainstay is kind of the action. But yeah, um, that's cool. Okay, next up we have to talk about is Forever How Long by Black Country New Road. Yeah, bro, Black Country New Road, bro. It's freaking crazy, man. Like they're the best band out there, and I'm glazing them so hard right now. But yeah, Black Country New Road, man. Isaac is gone. I don't know why everyone just needs to bring that up with the band now, but okay, Isaac is gone, and they've kind of transitioned to the new sound, but it's not really a new sound. I've always felt with for the first time in Ends from Up There that they were still finding their sound in a way, because Ends from Up There and For the First Time were a bit derivative in my opinion, especially for the first time. And I think they were finding their sound. And then on Live at Bush Hall, they it wasn't as good as uh Ends from Up There in my opinion, but I feel like they were continuing to find that sound. I feel like even with Isaac, this evolution would have continued in this kind of direction naturally, which is what I really like about it. And yeah, I mean the songs itself, I mean they are just like they're twisting, they're they're happy. The lyrics are not so happy. For the cold country, they're yeah. For the cold country, man, it's just like a labyrinth of sound basically. Like you got happy ass shit, and then you got this freaking crazy ass shit, you know? And yeah, that's crazy, you know? And there are a few tracks on here that kind of blend into each other. That's kind of my main gripe with this album. It's unlike Ants from Up There, you know, Ants from Up There has very distinct moments and memorable um, passages on it where it like each passage sounds really radically different from the last song, if you know what the frick I'm trying to say. And yeah, it's just like this new one, it just switches up so many times that it's just like, okay, like when do the songs start and when do they end, you know? And yeah, that's kind of my main gripe with the album, but I mean, it's still the best band out there. I mean, it's still freaking awesome. It is freaking cool, man. And the album artwork, that's how I feel after this, after listening to this, man. I just feel like a smiling man with a star in his freaking hand, okay? Like if you don't feel like that after listening to this album, especially on repeated listens, you're not feeling the freaking star, man. You're the star is in your hand, but you're not you're not appreciating the warmth, you know? I don't know what the frick I'm saying. I sound legitimately schizophrenic right now. Okay, but anyways, last medias we have to talk about today is Invincible Season 3. Oh my god. What can I say about Invincible Season 3? I will say that I liked it. But there's a lot of things that I don't like that people will not want to hear and will not like to hear. So I'm debating on whether I would want to even speak more on this. All I have to say is that I have a lot to say about Invincible Season 3. It is it's good. It's a good freaking season, okay? I'm not trying to hate on it or nothing, but there's a lot of stuff with it that I'm kind of like what why um I don't know. I felt the same way with season 2 too. I just might be trying to be contrarian, but I do genuinely have points. It's just that I have too much to say to fit into this short video, and I'm not sure if I want to say it and make a separate video where I say what I want to say, because like damn. But yeah, okay, so that's all the medias that we have to talk about today. I'm sorry if my presentation is a little freaking shit, because I'm a beginner and I'm pretty shit at YouTube right now. So yeah, um, see you guys in the next video.